Hey guys, Today It's Alive. We're down here in beautiful South Carolina at Hilton Head Island. We'll be teaming up with Andrew Carmines of Hudson's, and we're gonna be chasing some shrimp, some blue claw crabs, maybe a little stone crabs, and then getting back on land, doing a little low country boil, something that's new to me. So let's get shrimping. Let's get shrimping. Hey guys, we're out here on the boat. Andrew Carmines, owner of Hudson's. Where are we and what are we doing out here?
We're right here on Hilton Head Island, Bluffton, South Carolina, right behind us in beautiful southern Beaufort County, and we're gonna catch some white shrimp. We're also gonna hopefully check some crab pots and have some blue crabs and some stone crabs.
Just seems like a really fertile body of water, you know, like a real, very marshy, just like a real, seems like a really, like the word ecosystem just kind of like, just pops into mind.
We're in an amazing nursery for all types of aquatic species, blue crabs, shrimp, oysters, clams.
You said we're going after the white shrimp.
White shrimp, East Coast white shrimp, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion around here, are the best shrimp.
Stir the pot.
Yeah, people from the Gulf are gonna get mad at me for saying that, but but our shrimp are super sweet, they're super firm, they cook up just completely opaque white. You know, they haven't been to a processing facility, so they are just as Mother Nature intended, and they are sweet as can be.
Well, I hope we can catch them.
The shrimp tend to ball up and spool up. And that's kind of what we're aiming for, is to find those big wads of shrimp in about 30 to 40 feet of water.
Well, we don't need many, so I mean, like, well, as long as we get, you know, let's try to get a couple dozen, 2 dozen or something, right? Something
we'll
to
see
cook.
how it goes.
I'll take one.
We've been out the last few days, and it's been really good, so I'm optimistic.
Well, let's catch at least one.
So this net is a little heavier than the average because we want it to fall quick. The trick to the whole thing is just loading the net.
Sure.
So you start with throwing a piece over your shoulder, and then you kind of fling this up on your forearm. Like
Seems a lot more complicated than I thought.
No, it's not. It's pretty easy.
All right.
And then I'm gonna grab this piece with my forefinger and my thumb.
All right.
And then all I'm gonna do is just...
I'm gonna go flying off the boat.
Toss it.
Oh, nice throw.
Once it gets down to the bottom, I'm gonna take out the slack.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna lift up, lift up and down to kind of get that net to start to close.
Okay.
And when I do that, if there's shrimp in it, I can actually feel the shrimp popping around, even though it's 40 feet down
So
there.
that thing fell open, right? That's what we're hoping. Hopefully, hypothetically, open-ish.
Yeah.
Lands on some shrimp
that are buried up on the
bottom. And then when you
bottom.
tug it, the weights close in like that.
Like click, click, click.
And then we're coming up.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Like 10 maybe.
Jumbos! Let's see it. Oh yeah, look at that, man.
Oh yeah, not a bad little haul.
Gorgeous.
See the shrimp in there?
Yeah. Wow, look at that green tail on them.
Yeah, that's the cool thing, man. That's how you can tell shrimp are really fresh and down here.
Wow, look at that.
They got that iridescent green tail.
These look delicious.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I want to eat the legs. I want to eat everything.
Yeah, you're just gonna coil that in like 1 or 2 foot coils. And yeah, that's absolutely perfect. And then you're gonna come down here and grab it about thigh high, perfect. So what you're trying to do is get that net to come out and pancake, so you're covering as much water as you possibly can. And gentle.
Yeah.
You're a strong dude.
Oh, that thing pancake.
That'll work.
That was horrible.
No, let it go. Let it go. It'll open up as it goes down because it's got that tape
We'll do
on.
better. We'll do better next time.
You 100% will do better.
I like this.
And then once you get taut, you want to kind of tickle it, like up and down. Up, and then let it go back down, and then up.
Just kind of
You
work
feel
that
anything?
closing mechanism.
Better than the gym.
There's a
You got one.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Nice work, dude.
There's a couple in there.
More than
On the release it, you just lift
Yeah,
up
lift
the horn.
the horn. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get one of
That
these.
is sweet, man. First cast. Give me a break.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. And then that tape that goes around the outside here grabs the water as the net's sinking and keeps the net completely open all the way to the bottom. Boom!
Not bad, not bad.
Better than not bad.
Not bad. Could be better,
Come
but not
on.
bad. Felt better.
That was awesome.
There's a couple in
Oh,
there.
yeah, all right. It's amazing when you open the net up here. Oh, there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a few in
We
there.
got like 8 or 9 in there.
Oh, yeah.
Good work.
He goes, no. All right, man. Well, I think we did pretty well on these beauties. Huh?
Amazing.
We got a few dozen. That's more than enough than we're gonna need for our cookout. But you know, you were saying before you put a couple traps out, we were gonna catch two different types of different types of crabs down here. What kind of crabs we chasing?
Well, we have blue crabs, Calanectus sapidus, which is like the one that you see, like a lot of crab cakes are made out of, stuff like that. And then we also, a lot of people don't know this, but we also have stone crabs, which are
amazing. So usually kind of, people think stone crabs, they usually think Florida,
Totally.
right? All right, well, we got the shrimp on ice. Let's go try to catch some crabs.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right, so Andrew, I see we got a little buoy up here. You said that was going to be one of our traps.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go ahead and place those out? What kind of traps are we dealing with?
We set them up yesterday morning.
Okay.
They've got a little bit of menhaden in them for bait.
Beautiful.
The idea is there's a rebar on the bottom of the trap. There's a door where the crab can come in, but it's very difficult for them to get out.
Right. Well, we got a crab trap coming up right in front of us here.
I'm going to let you get this
All right, I'll
one.
pull that one up. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a couple in there.
Looking.
Yeah, some good-looking crabs, man.
Yeah. There's some big
Beauties.
big males
That's a
in
jumbo
there.
right there. That's a 6-7 incher. It's like
Yeah.
a perfect blue.
It's like cobalt almost. Or
It's
something.
unbelievable. So
So-
this is that, what is it, Spartina?
Spartina or Spartina. Because we have such salty water that's so buoyant, and because we have such big tides that are keeping things floating,
Right.
that Spartina grass is able to react with the sun and create phytoplankton. And that's why this is such a rich and bountiful nursery for baby shrimp, crabs, oysters, and clams. It really is one of the things that makes this area, southern Beaufort County, super unique. So we just set this pot. This is more of a stone crab spot because there's more structure on the bottom. The stone crabs like shelter. Ooh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
With these, you just break off the major claw, and then the minor claw becomes the major claw, and they regenerate the other claw.
Unbelievable.
So we'd set them free. So we might catch the same stone crab 4 times in its life.
I'd imagine, from Native Americans, I mean, this bountiful, from the crabs to the shrimp must have been such a part of the culture of this area.
Right in front of us here is Pinckney Island National Wildlife Refuge, and there's actually shell enclosures. It's basically a refuse pile that they think was behind the living quarters. So they
threw the shells.
The shells,
yeah.
right.
Wow, really?
And so these are like nomadic Native Americans that used to have civilizations or small communities where they would live on oysters and clams. We're just trying to carry on the tradition.
It's just embedded in the food and the people, and I love that.
That's right.
Down here, what's your preferred way of cooking them up?
Is just to keep it simple and let the ingredients shine,
less
like
is
you were
more.
saying earlier. I mean, so we've got the low country boil. We'll do some corn, some sausage, some potatoes, the blue crabs, and the shrimp, all together in one big happy pot. I also went out and picked some local cluster oysters.
Oh, amazing.
So we'll do those over an open fire with the burlap sack, steam those babies open, and eat it all together.
Hard to beat that.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited. I'm starving. Let's go, man. Enough work for today on this end.
I'm on it. Let's do it.
Cool. All right, Andrew, so we're back at your dock. Every culture and every region kind of has their own little riff, and a lot of folks, you come down here, it's all about that low country boil.
Yeah,
What's that all about?
Well, I'll tell you this, and you can get as fancy as you want with cooking, but the whole thing with a low country boil is it's easy. The ingredients can go in basically whole.
Let them speak for
You
themselves.
don't have to, no chopping, no nothing. Like you get a pot going, you get a good seasoning in the pot, and you drop the seafood and the vegetables in, and 25, 30 minutes later, you got a great dinner that's no fuss.
Right.
One pot.
So yeah, we just got a little simple kind of turkey fryer, a little propane burner, anything works.
Yeah.
And so what you got there? A little,
I just got like a homemade, spicy boil seasoning.
and where people tend to go wrong with it or struggle is timing. Like I see we got some potatoes. So I'm assuming you kind of add those first.
I would say we'll do potatoes for 15 minutes.
Sure.
And then we'll come back with blue crabs.
Okay.
That's going to take 5, 6 minutes, 6, 7 minutes maybe. I'm just gonna break these guys in half so they go in a little easier here. The sausage is already fully smoked. So it's kielbasa. It's from a local farm, Cooper River Farms in North Carolina. It's really good. And then when we're ready to drop the shrimp in, we'll drop it in and turn the heat off.
Yeah.
And just let that shrimp poach for 6-7 minutes in that liquid, and then we're on the plate. I always tell people when I do these is don't worry about the little tiny things like, oh, well, what are my ingredients in my boil? If it tastes good to you, use it.
You nailed it, man. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you're a better cook than you let yourself be.
Yeah.
Well, you were mentioning you got some wild clusters of oysters too, and I'm assuming we're gonna roast them up on this.
Yeah, that's just an old like cane syrup or sorghum syrup kettle. It's so versatile.
You know, it's a lot more of a thing down here. I feel like these wild cluster flats.
Yeah.
You know, where you're not just getting this curated, you know, farmed in a bag, deep cut, but this is how an oyster will grow in the wild, and that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, here the reality is that when wild oysters reproduce, we don't have any bedrock here.
Right.
We have pluff mud created by the Spartina grass that we talked about earlier.
It's all connected, man.
So when the oysters reproduce, they have to find a hard object to attach to start their life as an oyster. To go from a larval oyster to an oyster, they have to attach to a hard object.
Sure.
In the low country, this is hard object A number one. So they attach to each other. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 oysters on this one cluster.
It's amazing, yeah.
And the reason why we steam those open is because it's really hard to get in there and get these open without cutting yourself.
The crabs and the oysters and the shrimp, that's just part of, you know, that's just part of the region down here, right? It's just embedded in the people.
There's always been this connection to the water and to the land and what the land can provide. Oystering, shrimping, clamming, throwing the cast net just like we were today.
Yeah.
Throwing the cast net for mullet, eating mullet, throwing the cast net, teaching their kids. And that was the Gullah people were here, and they brought a lot of recipes from West Africa with them. And that is the roots of Southern cuisine today.
So again, we got these clusters. I got some burlap bag that we got soaking in a little water there.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna dump them right on, yeah?
Yeah, go, yeah. That's a blue heron. Great blue, and that egret wants nothing to do with him.
Yeah, look at that dinosaur,
He's all fired up, man.
His head all flared up. He's like, I will peck your face. Look at him. I know, I love that. Oh, some Nat Geo Kev.
He thought about it and was like,
going.
I'd say that fire's hot enough.
I think so, huh?
Now wash your hands.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Cooking in their own, you know, people, their own juices, that oyster liqueur, you know,
exactly.
liquor they call it, you know,
exactly. This is going to be the purest flavor of oyster that cooked oyster that you can get. All right. And so we're just pulling the burlap off, and they are perfect.
Look at that.
That oyster's perfectly cooked for a little guy.
Not overcooked.
The big ones are
good
going to be
indicator.
The big ones are going to be a little under, and that's perfect.
I even like them like 50%. Where they're just like not open but poached in their own juices.
Firm, slightly
the
firm.
Best.
Yes, I agree. Totally agree.
So I think shrimp looking good, yeah?
I think they're ready. I mean,
done?
My chef says that they should be a C. Like, instead of being like this, when you steam them or boil them, they should look like a C.
Mission accomplished.
Not a, whatever you call that, a circle.
You got a little landing zone right up here?
Yeah, right up there.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, huh?
Man, I'm telling you.
Look at those shrimp, man. That's a hell of a spread right there.
I know, and to think that like we caught all of the seafood on that platter.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I got to start with the shrimp.
Yeah. So no, I mean, like if you're heading shrimp, basically I just pop the head off with my thumb and forefinger. Yeah. And then, I mean, just look at how opaque white that is. I mean, it's just, you don't,
so clean looking.
You just don't see that, like, as much anymore. And then some people will suck some of the seasoning out of the head.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, brilliant white meat.
Isn't it?
Almost like mini, it's like, kind of better than lobster in a way.
Yeah, it's different, but
it's
it's
so
got
good.
that real sweet flavor.
The texture is incredible. To be honest, it's super flavorful. You know, we basically steamed them in a lightly seasoned crab and shrimp stock. I mean, too much seasoning, and all of a sudden you're not going to taste that.
That's right.
That essence of the salt water that we just got them from.
That's
you
right.
know.
Yeah.
And then the oysters, I mean, they're steamed, they're poached in their own little liquor. The ones that don't, that one's like perfect, right?
Yeah.
But like, you just kind of treat it the same way you would a raw. And oysters are basically built where they have that little hinge there, right, on the back. And you just want to go in and kind of just do a little pop and wiggle.
These ones you can break apart too.
Oh,
Like
wow.
if you get
Oh, you
ones that
decluster
are,
'em?
yeah, when you get ones that are
Look at
really
that.
hard to get at,
In its own liquor.
that's pretty,
Poached, this is perfect. It's
pretty
perfect.
perfect.
All that juice is there is its own juices. You don't have to go scrambling it up, you know. Like, what you want to do is just kind of slide it off it. Give it a little push off of it. Oh, look at that thing.
Oh, I don't mind the fact that it's low.
Look at this one. This one's for you,
They're
bro.
perfect, Andrew.
Some people like to do the cracker approach.
Does this thing have a name that we're doing?
It's called a Carolina rooster.
So what do you do? What's the
So
move?
first things first is just a little dab of horseradish
All right, I can get into that.
on the cracker.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then we're gonna do a little thin sliced jalapeno
Okay, okay.
on top of that.
Oh, meow.
Then we're gonna take
Little topper.
just a little topper,
This looks good.
and you can even go like dash of hot sauce on top of that.
Little Tabasco
You
on
can
top.
do
or-
that. We should probably put lemon on there.
Just a little squeeze. I'm not
Yeah,
nothing
just
wrong
a
with
little
that.
Squeeze. Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers to you. Pretty good. I mean,
Real good.
yeah.
Well, I said we gotta try the crabs.
I need to see the technique. I'm
Well,
gonna
let's-
go along with you.
I kind of came up with this with lobsters, and I think it'll transfer with crabs. It's kind of like, I call it like a crab or a lobster shooter. And we'll see how it works. Usually they're loaded with their own juice, right?
Right.
So I'll put that end in my mouth, and then you crack the pincher, like kind of like shotgun a beer.
Oh, really?
And you get that like real nice like crab stock. Ooh, I got a nice little pinch there.
You've done this before. Claws are a little higher in flavor.
They and
right?
fat too,
Yeah,
I think.
they got a little more oil.
A
to
lot
them.
more going on. I think they're just absolutely, I think probably the best bite on it. I mean, from there, I don't know what people's problem is. We're just dealing with just a little meat wagon here. I mean, this is just loaded with some of the best crab meat you can honestly eat, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, it don't need nothing, but if you got a little
Look
butter,
at that. Look at that.
yeah. Oh my
Perfect.
lord, it's so good. Hey, what kind of bird is that, man?
Which one?
The white one there, like an egret?
Hey, is that a white heron or snowy egret? Snowy egret. You got it. Good
Yep.
work. Good work.
Eating them bunker. He loves them Hayden, huh?
He ain't flying anywhere with that thing in his gullet. Oh, he did. He didn't want some seagulls.
The seagulls
snatch
are
it
screwing
from
with him.
Look at him.
Well, Andrew, thank you again, man, for just inviting me down here, and for my first low country boil, just blown away. From the quality of the ingredients to going out and catching them to what you built here, this passionate kind of restaurant scene and culture, down here in Hilton Head Island. Yeah, it's just been my honor, and I learned something. I hope everyone else did, and just thank you again, man.
Thanks,
It
man.
was my pleasure.
So amazing meeting you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Truly.
Same. Dinosaur showed up.
It's just amazing, this place.
Guy's got 1 foot. He ain't complaining. Guy's still kicking ass. Boat life, bro. Salt life, man.